Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog. Today is Tuesday. I'm flying to Maryland tomorrow and I am not prepared at all. Good news is it's only 9:45 in the morning and I've already gotten 2 hours of work in. So I like to think we're off to a great start, but I'm probably wrong. So also my hair is actually, it's okay. Maybe one day I'll fall in love with the natural texture of my hair. I just don't know what to do with it. Okay, this is prepping for a trip, people. I know this is a great angle. Let me just take these out. Prepping for a trip 101. There we go. You're sitting on a water bottle as if I don't have a tripod. Pre-COVID, I would literally be traveling once a month minimum, and it was amazing. So you could say I would call myself a professional, but I'm also a major procrastinator. But I'm also a professional at packing for trips. First things first, I have a packing list on my phone. It's just a list that I can check off the items. So first thing I do is I go through all the different outfits I'm gonna wear, because look, I know people are worried about not having enough or whatever. No, you need to pick out the outfits that you're wearing. Check the weather and pick out your damn outfits, especially because I also travel with a carry-on. Yeah, you don't need a checked bag, okay? You just don't. 2 reasons I use a carry-on over a checked bag. 1, I am terrified of them losing my luggage. Obviously, I've checked my bag before and I've never personally lost luggage. But that would be really unfortunate if I did lose my luggage. What are you gonna wear? From my experience, I'm already all over the place. Security is not that strict with liquids and shit. If I have a bottle, this is a huge bottle, right? This is a cup. This is probably a 16-ounce glass, right? But there's probably 3 ounces of liquid in it. This is okay. Security is okay with this. They just don't want the whole thing filled up. Or an open water bottle, obviously. So if you have a big container of, don't put your giant shampoo container, but what I'm saying is, if you get one of those smaller bottles and you put shampoo in it and it's not filled all the way, they're not gonna freaking yell at you. They're not gonna take your shampoo. Knock on wood, I've never had anything taken by security. Very rarely do they want you to actually remove the items. So, you put it in the little bag or you take it out, but they're fine with it. Moving on to the next thing. My least favorite thing is to get off a flight and have to wait for my bag. Can you imagine landing at 10 p.m. and all you want to do is go to the hotel, but you can't because you have to wait for your check bag? Yeah, exactly. Use a carry-on unless you're going away for 2 weeks, in which case, okay, I'll make the argument for the checked bag. First things first, I always bring a carry-on. It's just easier. It's smaller, it's easier, it's with you. That's my argument for using carry-ons over checked luggage. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. My mom called me. Hi. Oh. Okay, cool. Yep, bye. Second point in preparing for a trip. The best way to pack. So again, we're using a carry-on because we're smart. Places to go, people to see, we don't have time to wait for a checked bag. The best way is to create a packing list so you know that you have everything. I created this packing list when I wasn't stressed about packing. First of all, you want to make this list when you're clear. You don't want to be oh my gosh, I have to pack. Let me make a packing. You obviously yes, but I use the same exact packing list every single trip. So I don't even have to think anymore. My phone has what I need. There's no space in my brain to have to worry about what I'm packing because it's literally written down. So I go through, I have different categories. I have sleepwear, daywear, gym wear, accessories, shoes, and then I have what is it called? Toiletries. And then I have electronics. And I list, I have laptop charger, wallet, AirPods, watch charger, watch, phone charger, journal, book, pen, I have pen on here. Have these things written down so you don't have to think about it. I have my packing list. my outfits change, and so what I do is like right now I'm going to go through my packing list. I'm gonna think through all the outfits. So I'm gonna be gone for tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days. So I'm gonna write out all the different things I need for all the different, I literally go through each day in my head of what I'm doing and what I need, and I just write down what I need. Easy, right? Okay, cool. Talking is hard today. So because I'm taking a carry-on, you do have to think you need, sometimes I might have to buy like a smaller toothpaste. I make a list of the things that I need to go out and buy, so then I go out once, I buy everything I need, and then it's fine. The last thing that I do before I leave for a trip is I deep clean my house. I always do this because I don't always do this, but I try to do this because coming home to a clean house after a long trip is honestly one of the most amazing feelings ever. I'm literally going to take about 2-ish hours today and deep clean my room, my bathroom, and the rest of the house. And you just get everything together. If there are any groceries that are gonna go bad, and if so, I give them, I offer them up to my roommate, or I just go ahead and trash them. I have 3 HelloFresh meals, that they're not gonna go bad. They'll be fine till Sunday. Just thinking about little things like that. I feel like that was very scattered, but those are my packing tips. This week's about to get real crazy. I could just feel, I feel like my heart rate just went up thinking about it. It's gonna be great. Okay, people. So originally I was gonna work and then just end, but now I'm gonna just because I'm feeling in the mood to just. I'm not in the mood to work, so we're just gonna accept it and we're gonna still be productive and do something else.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited. We're about to go get our nails done right now.
It's gonna be a great time.
It's gonna be so fun. Hi.
Hey.
For the vlog.
So I don't know. Because it would be nice to highlight that for us.
I'm vlogging.
Oh, she's a vlogger. And nothing
areas, okay?
And you tell me what you think. Farther back or forward? Location?
Can I sit back just a little bit?
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's too far.
Right there. Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. I know this is kind of a weird angle. I'm laying in bed. I have been in Maryland for the past few days for a wedding and I finally am home. I was hoping to vlog being in Maryland, but my week was so hectic and just overwhelming, so it did not happen. You haven't missed much except Olivia is trying to feed ravens because apparently ravens will bring you presents and stuff. And that's literally the update. I am also putting my phone charger back in the kitchen. I had it in my room since I got back Sunday night and it needs to go back in the kitchen. It just has to.
This one is $4.24
I like it. It seems to have a lot of potential and a lot of advantages, per se.
Maybe you don't. It's pretty obvious, but we're gonna go through it today.
First of all, this lighting is like horrible. I wanted to get on here real quick, this is literally my vlog. I just made an IGTV today. It was like super quick, 5 minutes, about intuition versus ego. Oh, excuse me. I wanted to unpack it a little more in this video. Since I was young, I have always known that I was intuitive. In my IGTV, I used the example of my friend invited me to a baseball game, and initially my parents said no, and then they told me about 1 or 2 hours before the game that I could go to said game. I tried calling my friend on her house phone, basically couldn't get a hold of her. My parents couldn't drop me off of this game, like there was other things happening, and it kind of seemed like there's no way I'm going to this game. But I had this like crazy knowing that like I was going to this baseball game. Like insane knowing. Like I was like, I don't know why, I just like know that I'm going to go to this game. And as we go to leave the mall, because that's where I was with my parents when this happened, I ran into my friend, and then I ended up like obviously going with her to the baseball game. Like just insane. That is probably one of the most insane experiences of my childhood, that I remember like being very intuitive without even realizing that was my intuition, like telling me that I'm going to this game. So yeah, let's unpack this a little more. Intuition is just like this knowing. You don't know the how, you just know that it's going to happen. It doesn't matter what you do, because this thing that you know is going to happen anyways. A positive example would be the baseball game. Like I knew I was going to this game and it happened. A negative and a very common example is when you're dating someone and you just have this like icky feeling in your body. Either let's say you don't feel that way about them, or vice versa, you know that they're not totally committed to you. Like these things, because all this is like exchanging energy with each other and other people. So you kind of know in your gut how someone is feeling, whether you're going to admit it or whether you're going to acknowledge it. Whether you have learned to pick up on these cues, your body knows. Ego, on the other hand, and this is where it gets really confusing, ego is very much fear-based. Limiting beliefs and thoughts that you're putting into your head that create scary scenarios for why you should or shouldn't do something. So ego has nothing to do with like what's actually going to happen. It's almost like when I need to like solve a problem, when there's something that I'm trying to make a decision on, is when my ego really kicks in, and like those fearful like thoughts. Let's go to the example of a relationship. It's just like a very easy example. So let's say you're dating someone and you're feeling this, like you just have this feeling that they're not totally into you, and this might be like you get nervous around them, like you're like uncomfortably nervous. You're becoming maybe like clingy or possessive of this person. That's your body, like your body knows that this person isn't fully there for you, which is why all of these emotions are coming up. That like icky feeling, I hate using the word icky, but it's like such a good word to explain it. Like that icky feeling almost causes you to have to make a decision about something. It's almost like your intuition is triggering you to make a decision. Like this isn't right for you, you need to like move on. So usually your ego comes up because you don't like the way something is playing out. Your intuition, again, is like a knowing, like it already knows what is going to happen regardless, it doesn't matter. Your ego tries to keep you in a safe space because it doesn't want you to feel negative emotions. The ego is basically keeping you safe, which is why you create these fears. So this example of someone who might not like you as much as you like them. This is really bad lighting, I'm just gonna say. Okay, don't judge me, I really had to change the lighting, it was bothering me. Yes. Let's go back to the example of you're dating someone and you're getting these like bad vibes about them, and you don't totally like know what's gonna happen, or you just, again, you have this ick. That is your intuition telling you, like, it is a knowing that something's wrong. Your ego, because it's trying to keep you safe, it doesn't want you to potentially feel shitty because this person doesn't feel the same way about you. So this example is like very personal to me, and this might not happen to everyone, but what has happened to me in the past is I get this feeling that this person isn't as into me as I'm into them. And my ego starts creating reasons why I shouldn't have this conversation, why I shouldn't end it. You'd almost think it would be the opposite of like, it would like, and I'm sure actually for some people this is true. It probably jump starts you into like cutting it off because you don't want to feel those negative emotions. So it's like, nope, I'm gonna go numb. I'm just gonna like forget, like goodbye, whatever. And it can even do this with positive emotions. Like some people are like very scared to love, and so your ego can kick in and tell you like, this isn't right, like this isn't something I'm used to, so this must be wrong. But in this example, your ego is creating reasons why I shouldn't have a discussion with this person about like where we're at or feelings or whatnot. If you eliminate the ego altogether, the situation is still what it is. Whether I have a conversation with this person or I don't have a conversation, what's meant to happen is going to happen regardless. So the only thing that this conversation does is it keeps me from wasting my time. But again, your ego is scared and it doesn't want you to feel emotions that you might not be able to handle. Like that's a limiting belief that you won't be able to handle these emotions if they come up. The other thing that I talked about in my IG Live was that how do you tell the difference between ego and intuition? Especially when you're in those high emotional states, it's not as obvious. You know, you're overwhelmed, you're scared, you almost can't think straight. So like, how can you tell what is your intuition and what is your ego? Number one is literally like, you know in your gut, like that, because that's your knowing, you know what you need to do. You know what the situation is. You just hate what the situation is. You just don't want to accept what the situation is. And because you don't want to accept what a situation is, that is your ego creating reasons why you can stay in the situation that you're in. And the only way to like make this stronger, to grow your intuition and make it stronger, and I hate this because this is pretty much everything in life. If you want to like start a business, if you want to move across the country, you have to fucking do it. There's literally no trick. There's no shortcut or anything. It comes with practice and it comes with just doing it, sucking it up and doing it. And I hate saying it because it's like, I know when I was going through this, I wanted so much more information. Like I was like, can someone please help me? Like this is so difficult. No, like it's true. And that was the only way I learned, was just practicing and doing it. You put yourself through situations where, I mean, you just, after looking back, you're like, that was my ego. Or looking back, you were like, that was my intuition. I made the right decision. I made the wrong decision because of this. It's about going into situations intentionally and also reflecting. I'm trying to do this thing where apparently my throat chakra is blocked. I don't know if I've told you guys this before. So I'm working on expressing myself more. And if I feel something, I'm just saying it. And even just that itself, like that's your intuition. I have this feeling and I need to get it out. I want to talk about ego and intuition, so I'm just talking about it. I feel the need to like let someone know whatever, like I just tell them. And I literally could not do this before. I would like bite my tongue. I would just like not want to say anything to anyone. I hate confrontation. I hate conflict. But I wasn't living to my truth or my full capacity, because again, ego is supposed to keep you safe, but it's really intuition is what sets you free. So ego was keeping me safe, but I was also miserable. Being safe isn't miserable. And yeah, I think that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog off here. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow.